tariff duties to the Americans, or American immigration. And so there was probably about 2 weeks from the moment the tariffs kicked in after the de minimis rule was abolished. Which the de minimis rule was basically, if you order less than $800 worth of stuff, we really don't want the hassle of having to collect tariffs and do more paperwork. But middle of August, they said, no, de minimis rule is going away. You have to pay tariffs on absolutely everything. There are some exceptions, $100 or less of a gift from family or friends or whatever. And I think that's the only one that was significant. I think there's also something to do with, well, you exported something to England that you then bought back. I don't know why you didn't order it directly from an American, but you ordered something that was American from an English company. You don't have to pay a tariff on that again. So, kind of stuff like that. But anyway, so the Royal Mail actually set up their systems so they could charge tariff on the shipping and remit the tariff amount to the American government and keep the shipping amount to pay for postage. It would appear that the Canadian mail service probably hasn't done that. And what that means is the seller has to fill out an absolute ton of paperwork and remit the tariff and all the rest of it, and it's just too much hard work. Especially when you're a little person who, I'm a one-man show who ships model railway stuff, and there's not a lot of it that goes to the US. But this is just, it takes too much of my time to fill out the paperwork, pay the remittances and everything else. It's like, no, we're just not going to do it. The bigger the corporation, the easier it is to ship. I work for a steel supplier, middleman, and we sell a lot of stuff to Canada. We have a department, an entire department that deals with that. They have to, I would say, fill out the paperwork. No, they have to make sure that the computer-generated paperwork comes through and it's all correct, and the tariffs are noted and everything else. And they have to fill out the border crossing docs and all the other stuff. So it's a lot of stuff that they have to do. But for the amount of steel we sell to Canada, it's worth having this department that does that. And if you only sell 2 or 3 widgets across the border, it's really not worth your while. I mean, we sell stuff by the truckload. So we have trucks crossing the border every day. So anyway, so I can't get stuff from Canada. It's not too much of a problem. There are I have to spread my orders around, but there are various US retailers who do stock European stuff. There's one in I can't remember if it's Colorado or California. I think it's California. There's one in California I order my switch machines from. And he's the only one that sells them in this country. And they're manufactured in Sweden. So the prices already include his payment of tariff. There is Iron Planet Hobbies, who are in Missouri, who stock some. They don't stock English trains, but they do stock stuff from a company called DCC Concepts, who just changed their name. And they do switch machines, lots of useful tools for model railway making, lamps, street lamps and station lamps, which are, you know, they're based on British style lamps, so good things. I think they do train lamps and stuff like that, so I order some things from them. And then the last model railway company I use is in New Jersey, and they don't necessarily do English specific stuff. What they do is they have modelling supplies specific to model railways. Now, I can go down to Hobby Lobby and get foam and sort of laser cut wood type things. Not a problem. That's fine. And I'll go down to Hobby Lobby because it's convenient. Hobby Lobby do not have a good range of modeller's paints, so sometimes I look at it and say, well, maybe what I want to do is to order some paint off of Micromark, or they have their own range of paints, or from this retailer in New Jersey, because he has a good range of modeller's paints, railway modelers and what have you. So the colours are more attuned to what you would see on a railway. Hobby Lobby, their paints tend to be artistic, people who want to paint pictures on canvas. So that's kind of the difference. But where I can, I will use a US retailer, because obviously it's good to keep the retailers in business, because otherwise, in some situations, you just can't buy stuff. There are a couple of manufacturers of railroad stuff who will sell direct to the public, but there are others who are like, yeah, we don't want to talk to you. We just want to talk to our retailers. And if the retailer, I've got no retailers around me. I think there's a toy shop 50 miles away that also does model trains, but it's a toy shop. So the model trains they do are kind of the sort of thing you would buy for your kids at Christmas time, not the sort of thing a proper modeler is looking for. So that's kind of where I'm sitting. I'm just in a desert of model railway stuff. But there are, fortunately, there are retailers who ship anywhere in the country. And anywhere in the country means it's not going to involve a tariff. It's just going to involve the mail service, or UPS, or FedEx, or someone. So yeah, I've actually I got my switcher last week, just before we left for Canada, and I've got a set of passenger cars to go with it, which is arriving later today, and I've also got a sound decoder to install into it that's also arriving later today from Iron Planet. So going to be doing some train stuff this afternoon. Not going to worry about washing or clearing that up. Oh, we are going to bother dropping off the front. And we'll go connect up to the thing, the mulcher. And I'm not going to move it yet. That's the diesel tank. Again, that diesel tank's facing the wrong way because I have to drive into the trees to fill things up. Actually, you know what I can do? Oh, I forgot about that. Let's put that to there. I'll just send this guy to drive down to the other yard. Okay. Set destination. Whee! There. Okay. Now, what I need to do is go find our stone picker. Who are you? You're the lone person. What do you do? I think I need you. Help her go. Fold it up. What field? Oh, this is the field that's next to. So he's got about, yes, about the third or 2/5 of this field done, which is good. Drive that over there and just wait. Okay, let's go find the RT, which is that one. Engine on. Folds that up. Oops. And again, we'll take this back to the yard. This is a slow truck, so I'm a slow tractor. Well, it's about the speed of a very old Fiat Agri International. 1990s tractors, so it does what it does. It's fine. And it's this guy. So let's go find this guy, and I will now send him. Set destination. You can go back to there. Okay, off he goes. Right. You're ready, you're ready. I do want, however, engine on. Drive out here, and any minute now. That definitely needs a sting of lime. All right, you still need to come back to the farm. Problem is I can't tell that harvester to come back to the farm because it's in transport mode, which means, oh no, I have to shut the lid for a worker to go into transport mode in it, and then the downside with that is, where am I going to put this? I can't close the lid because it's full of corn. Also, I can't put the harvester in transport if it has a header on or a what's the other thing? Or a trailer. So I can't tow my own headers out to fields, and I can't use that fold up corn header in transit mode. So that's a little bit of a problem. Whoops, don't want to do that. And we'll put this back over here for now. right. I'm not sure I'm going to keep either of those two tractors. I'm still thinking about it. You're doing a thing. You're not doing... Oh, here you are. Let's get the rocks emptied. We'll send him back to the field and carry on doing stuff. What is the time? Oh, it's not even 10 o'clock yet, so... We will be going into November 3, at the very least. Probably plant the grass, if I can, on that field that I'm currently putting lime on. And then after that, I won't be able to spray it until it's germinated, and don't know if that's going to happen in December. We'll see. Oops. No, don't do that, do that. So, can we plant grass this month? Yes, good. Because the problem was I didn't get the grass planted, and so I had to wait till March, which meant one of my grass fields was actually a month late maturing, and that wasn't a great thing. So I should be able to get the rocks here all done, and I'll transfer... Actually, yeah, we'll transfer this guy to the other yard for tomorrow. I'll get the rocks picked in that grass field, because obviously we've subsoiled it, so there's going to be rocks, and then we'll plant it with grass. I found you can't... These fields here have all been rock picked. These ones here, they're just harvested. I mulched it, but that's not a condition that the stone picker works with. I could take the cultivator out to that field, or those two fields, and then I could pick rocks. The thing is that the rocks are only around the border of the field where I ploughed it to tidy up the edges. So I've nothing I can do about that. And then spring, we're going to have... I can set the seeder out. Oh, yeah, I can set the planter out to go and plant stuff. What stuff are we planting? I don't know. Is this the field I'm picking stones on? No, it's the next one. I think. No. Ah. Oh no, this one. I can just about see the change in texture. We've got about a third of the way. So there's the tyre tracks out. Going around here and up to the end, we should hopefully get this guy started again. So, put that there, the worker on it. We'll probably turn his lights on fairly soon. Now the thing here is there's a 50-50 chance he'll turn left or right at the end. If he turns left, he's just going to do the bits he's already done, which have no rocks in them because he's already done. Or he'll turn right and we'll get more of the field finished. Okay. I have subsoiled everything except the field by the BGA. It's 450. I don't think it's going to take this guy long to subsoil the field up there. So the rock picker has to do that grass field back there. and then it can head up to the BGA and pick the rocks there. So that's all good. This guy needs a service and some fuel, but I think he's got enough to last out the rest of the day. I'll try and get as much done as I can while the sun's up, and then probably sleep the night, and we can recommence with whatever's happening after that. I put the lime spreader away, that's all done with. Trying to, I didn't write any notes, so I'm not sure exactly what all I need to do. But I have decided, since I can't... Okay, best time to sell the cotton is around about December, January. I think it's January. But because of that, I'm just leaving the cotton bales in the fields. I'm not collecting them. So I can't really go out and, you know, work the fields, mulch the cotton, everything else, because there's big bales of cotton in the way. Issue, obviously. But I'll wait until Christmas time before I start moving the bales and selling them. And they are a pain to move around because I can only do them 2 at a time. And we've got many. If I'm lucky, we've got enough to clear the cotton bale achievement, which is another achievement I'll have got done. I think my last one was to do with having equipment. I think I bought the 8RT and it said, yay, you got an achievement for buying things. Okay, that's nice. But yeah, we'll pull the cotton off over Christmas. I don't know if I want to just ship it down to the bale sell point and just leave it on the ground there, or just leave it in the fields for now. I had a wheel loader, I could just go and stab some and bring them off. Not going to worry. We'll wait till the fields are frozen, then we'll take the truck out there and pick them up. And as I said, we sold the silage. So that's all good. Our things, our grass fields are all set now. The 5 of them we have. Oh, now on sale. Omec Multi-Pro, 21.15. I suppose we could have a look at store sales before we sleep. It is getting dark. That much is... Oh, that's so much better. And there's a harvester here that needs to move. I might... I think I can put the harvester on follow me. So that might be a thing. Or I could just put this on a worker. Let's do that. You're done. Okay. So, that field got limed. I do not need any more lime spread for now, which is good. We're now making some more, so that'll take a while. And because I am the only fields that may be draining my lime more than I like are the grass fields, obviously, because you can harvest those 3 times in 1 year. And the other one is the brand new fields that we bought, because there's no telling when the previous owner last spread lime on them. Okay, you need to go home. I am considering, when I'm not doing anything else, I may run the trucks down to, or the truck down to the rail yard and ship a bunch of the corn that we have. Unfortunately, we have the rail yard will hold 500,000 litres. Train will hold 300,000 litres. We have 575,000 litres. So we've got more corn than will fit in the train yard. But we've only got 575 plus this is 583-ish. I think I can order the train, I can get the train loaded and send it off for a sell, and then ship 2 more truckloads of